All right, guys, let's talk about PCB Way, your one-stop shop for all things manufacturing. Need circuit boards? No problem. $5, you get 10 pieces. They also do CNC machining, 3D printing, sheet metal fab, and injection molding. I've used the 3D printing service and it's fantastic. Simply upload your file here, choose your material, couple of other settings, and in 2 to 3 business days, it's on its way to you. PCB Way, your one-stop shop. Link is in the description. This doesn't have like an AMS unit or anything like that. They say that there's one coming, and I really didn't want the Centrui carbon. I wanted just the Centrui, which was the same exact thing, $100 cheaper, but without the enclosure. So it's kind of like the PS2 or the PS1, whichever one of those bamboo printers that doesn't have the enclosure. It's kind of like that. And I went to the website and I postponed buying this thing for like almost a year. It felt like that. And when I went to say, okay, I'm going to get the Centrui, I went to go get it and it was sold out, and I don't think they're going to be making any more of those because it's been sold out for quite some time. So let me stop the recording and get this out of the box here. So stay tuned. All right, so I got it out. No fuss, no muss. I was kind of worried because the box had some damage on it. Not a lot. The damage, I think, was on one of the sides. I think it was this side, but there's no damage because it's really well packed. There's like a ton of foam in this box. And I'm going to need to put it back inside the box because I'm actually doing this unboxing in my future garage, which they still haven't started any construction yet because we're waiting on the freaking permits. Goddamn permits. But I'm going to need to pack this up and bring it over to my other place, but I really didn't want to mess with that. So let me start taking some of this tape off. Actually, let me... Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a box. That's right. I forgot. Inside there's a box, and there's another box inside there too. Let's see what's in this box. All right, so I've got, look, this looks like the screen. Yep, the Elegoo screen. Here's the spool holder. You know, all the basic stuff you get. It has an internal power supply, so that's good. And then, let me bring you guys over here. Oops. Down inside there, you really can't see. There's some more foam in another box, or not another box, just more foam. And down in there, I don't know if you can see, there's 3 areas of screws I got to pull out. So let me get this off of here. Oh, let me take this off. Whoop, there we go. There goes the glass. Let me throw that over there. Let me get it cleaned up, and then I'll take you through the specs. All right, so let me get it cleaned up, and I'll bring you guys back. You know, it's really weird. They give you the common tools, right? All this stuff here, and they give you a glue stick. I have never in my, I don't know how many years of 3D printing I've been doing, I've never used a glue stick. Of course, I don't do exotic filaments, but I've never used a glue stick, and I've always been under the impression or the thought that if you need to use a glue stick, something's not right. But I understand you need it for certain types of filament. Certain types will stick to the bed too hard, and the glue stick acts as a buffer between the plate. And speaking of the plate, this puppy is really magnetically strong. So we got this beautiful glass door. This was packed really good. And then you have your plate, and it's really stuck hard on the bed. This is a nice solid bed. And the plate is kind of weird. You have, this is the A, you have an A side, and this is for PLA, PET-G, carbon fiber. Then you have a B side, which is basically, I gotta take the other sticker off. It's basically, I can't get it off right now. This is just a PLA side, I think. Let me see if I can get this off. I hate when they do that. Yeah, I think the B side is just PLA, I think. But it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use the A side anyway. And it slides right on in there, man. There we go. Anyway, I got to get the wrench because they give you all the tools you need, the wrenches and all that stuff, to undo the bed. And I have to also clip this off. Let me get a pair of clip outs. And here is the head. So I've actually already gone ahead and 3D printed the riser because I'm not a big fan of this. And in fact, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it's not bent. And I went ahead and on my bamboo last A1, I went ahead and 3D printed the riser. And the riser is really cool. You've got these corner pieces here, which are labeled. This is the front left, so that would go right there. This one is the right rear. That'll go right there. This one is the right front, which will go right there. And then obviously this one. And I didn't print out all the pieces for this because apparently this one, is it this one and this one? Rear left. Huh. Rear right. All right, well, yeah, there's some cross pieces that'll go in there. But these guys printed out really nice. It's a vent system, and it goes up like this, and there's dovetails in there. So, do it like so, that sits like that. The other ones go on, and then the glass top goes on top of there, which gives you a lot of extra room for the PTFE tube, which is normally tucked inside here. And again, like I said, I don't like that bend in there. And I also went and printed, you'd think I would have been smart and waited and printed this stuff on the Centrui carbon, but I printed out the trash can, which goes in the back. So there's a poop chute around the back that has some screws, and this thing just sits in there. This thing just sits in there like this, and it's a miniature version. And man, let me tell you, the A1 did an incredible job. Let me see if I can focus in on this. I really can't get it to focus. Anyway, excuse me, what I need to do is get this puppy set up. I'm not going to set it up here. I only set it up down here to do the unboxing. I'm going to move it over to the higher bench over there. And then I'll get all this stuff together. And we will do a first print with this puppy. Let me show you also bought some vibration feet for this guy. But here's the back. The poop chute I was telling you about goes right here. There's 2 screws down there. You pull them out, that locks in there. And then because this has got a filament cutter, and in the future, apparently there's going to be an AMS unit for it. But yeah, the spool goes on the side here, goes into the runout filament sensor, goes up and down to the head. So let me get this properly set up and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. Alright, so there it is, sitting in its spot where it's going to be for a while. Spool holder goes right here and it locks that way like that. And there were some issues people were talking about online saying that this was really weak, but they must have done some things to improve it because mine is really stiff. It doesn't, some of the ones I saw in there, it was actually buckling and making a noise. I ordered this, excuse me, at the end of June and got it in the middle of July. So this is part of what's called the current release. I think a lot of people, especially YouTubers, got really early versions. I'm hoping that all the issues on this guy have been resolved. I know a lot of the firmware updates are good. I don't know if I can even do an update in here because I'm using my phone. There's no Wi-Fi here. So I'm using my phone as a hotspot for my computer over here. I should be able to do that same thing with the computer. Let me put the glass top on there, show you what it looks like fully dressed. So the glass top goes right there like that. And see, I don't like that. That's why I printed out the risers. So I'm going to get the riser on there, get the screen on there, which goes right here. I don't know why they use this nylon tape. It's really, oh good, they put it in a bag. At least they were smart with that. It's really flimsy. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, let me get it furtherly set up and I will bring you guys back. Boy, I'll tell you, that screen is really finicky to get the ribbon cable in there. I'm pretty sure I got it in there. Let's do the, oh yeah. This is a really well-made printer. I mean, it's pretty solid. This is all metal. Yeah. Yeah, and the door doesn't, I think from, what was his name that slammed the door? I forget his name. I think they fixed that. I'm not a big fan of it not opening up the full way. That's as far as it'll go. But there are some 3D prints you can put on here that'll allow you to do that. It's not that big a deal. This is a beautiful printer, man. It's a beautiful printer, and I even got some filament to go on here. Go on there, and then that'll go up there. I always cover all my filament, even if it's PLA, with this plastic, just to keep the dust off of it. You don't really need to do it for PLA to dry, but I figured, what the hell. So I bought a couple of other accessories before this even came in. I told you I got the anti-vibration. You could probably print them out of a harder out of a harder TPU. But I just got the ones from Elegoo. And then I got this LED, because you could probably see it is dark in there. You really can't see much. And the little light, I don't know if they updated the light. That was one of the things that they were talking about maybe doing. I don't even see it in there. Let me... Where the hell is the must be in the front here. Huh, I thought there was a little light in there. Or what would it be? Well, maybe if I look at the manual, like I should, you tell me. All right, I'll bring you guys right back. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm going to keep the screws. I took the 3 screws out. I also took the a damn battery ran out. Had to change the battery. But what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my battery is that, excuse me, I got the tape off of the B side. And yeah, this is a PLA specific plate. They're claiming 30C for the bed, but I don't believe that, and a lot of other YouTubers said it didn't work. I think there was a couple that said, yeah, it worked, but yeah, no. I'm not buying it, so I'm going to do mine at, I mean, I'll probably run a test print at 30, but I can't possibly see unless this is like one of those, this material on here is like one of those glacier sheets. Anyway, I did find the light inside there. It's right up over here along with the camera, and from what I was told, it's not very good. So one of the YouTubers that I follow said to get this guy, and you put it right up over here, and it comes out of the top of the risers that I printed. What did I do with those puppies? Here they are. Yeah, these risers, it'll come out the back of one of these risers, which came out perfect, man. Unbelievable. I printed this stuff in high temp PLA, meaning that the PLA won't is better for high temperature areas. So like this garage right now in the summertime is going to get really hot. And if I had printed regular PLA, it'd probably be okay. But so I went with the high temp because apparently this is like twice the melting temperature needed for it to get all messed up. So I think all that's left is to plug this sucker in and run through the setup, which I'm told takes about a full 30 minutes, which is fine. So let me do that, or let me get it plugged in, and I'll bring you guys back and we'll show some of the setup stuff. Stay tuned. All right, so you can see I'm on the normal setup. Confirm. Use the hex key to remove the screws shown. Did that. Start the self-check. Place the build plate in correct. All right. So now it's going to do the self-checking. I'm not going to have you guys suffer through this, but oh, and the print head has a hardened steel nozzle. It's a copper nozzle, but with a steel head on it, so I can print exotic filaments that are rough on the. So right now it's heating the bed up. All right, I'm not going to put you guys through this. It's supposed to be like a half an hour. So let me stop this and bring you guys back. All right, so we're firing up the first print here. It's a little bit noisy. It's the scraper that was on the SD card here. I can't test the Wi-Fi because I don't have any Wi-Fi in here. I can't use my hotspot on my phone because the printer looks for an IP address from the DHCP server, which I don't have. But the setup didn't take 30 minutes like I thought it did. It only took like 10. They also, check out this light, they also listened to the community and they put a decent light in there. Not that little, there's a little light over here in the camera, but that's only for the camera. So they really listen to the community, which is awesome. So I'm printing the scraper. I got another 50 minutes. I think because it's pre-sliced, it didn't let me change the bed temperature because the filament temp, the extruder, I want it to be 220. It's staying at 210. It did jump up the bed temperature to 60°C, but that might have always been there. This is a really nice interface. I really like that. There's the SD card. That's local. So that's local storage. I thought that was on the USB drive. Huh, there's the USB drive. Print history. Oh, I did not know that I was printing from a local storage. That's cool. Here's they have the big auxiliary fan that's in the back there. I don't know if you guys can see that. The big fan right there, there's a long spout to the fan. So I guess I don't need the fan. There's the extruder. See, I have it set for 220, but it must be overwritten by the G-code on the file itself. And you have settings, brightness, screen off, network, which when I click it, it tries to connect to something. This is my wireless network right here. It's just Verizon hotspot. Info tells you the camera, whether you want to do, and then here's automatic leveling, input shaping, PID tuning, one-click self-check. I'll have to check that out and see what that is. So she's firing away there. Let's see if I can bring you guys in a little closer. Yeah, it's firing away. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when it's done. I forgot to record all the stuff, like I forgot to record me putting in the filament. It's alright, it was super easy. It's the same thing as like any modern machine, any bamboo machine, any modern, cheaty, it's all the same. I'm really liking this riser I 3D printed, not from here, but from my bamboo. It also tells you the chamber temperature too, 34°C, which I guess is all right because the PLA, this is high temp PLA, not meaning that it takes high temp to print, but that after you print it, it can withstand higher temperatures. Go. All right, I'll bring you guys back. All right, so she's finished. Oh, let's take this off of here. Comes right off. Look at that, huh? Gonna need a scraper to get the scraper off. Well, I just let it go. No, there it goes. Oops. There it goes. Voila. And so here it goes. Let's see how they came out. Oops. Oh, they came out really nice. You can't even really see the layer lines. I don't know if you guys can see this okay. Probably not. The lighting in here really sucks. But they came out really nice. Really nice. Let me put it together. And then, I think that's about it, man. I think the next thing I'm going to print is going to be the plate holder that goes on the side here. I'm not going to print the benchy. I don't even know if it has a benchy on here. Yeah, that's nice. I like the way that it has corner spaces in there so it'll really catch it. That's one thing that pisses me off about bamboo is it's kind of a pain in the ass because the bamboo just has something that captures this, so it's really easy to go like that. But with this here, that is really nice. I love it. Let me see if the bottom is squished. No, the bottom's really nice. I don't know if I could get this so you guys can see it. Yeah, it came out really nice. Let me put it together. And yeah, I think that's it. And let me see, maybe I can print something else. I don't know. Let me see what we got here. Folder, local. Everybody prints out this little shit right here. Maybe I'll print that out. Just, oh, the Eiffel Tower. Oh, that's 2 hours. Forget that. 1 hour and 30 minutes for the side pieces. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and print that. Yeah, I don't have any alcohol, though. I really like to wipe my alcohol thing down, my bed down. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Ciao.